Hiya, babes. This is Whitney, and I am your host here on the Daily Dose of Growth podcast. I am so excited for this. Y'all already know what's up, especially if you've been following me for a while. We're going to bring the fun. We're going to bring the energy. We're going to bring the momentum. But most importantly, we are really going to dig deep. We are going to truly create the most powerful version of yourself because I believe that it is so important to grow, to heal, to learn, to expand your mind because listen, once you expand your mind, it's not going back. The purpose of this podcast is we are really just going to grow together. We're going to heal together. We're going to learn together. And I'm excited to bring you along with me on this journey because if you don't know this about me, literally just a year ago, I was the most miserable, depressed person on the planet. I hated myself. I hated everyone around me. I hated my life. I hated everything. I was very uncomfortable in my skin. I had no confidence at all. Now, a year later, I am here inspiring thousands of people all over the world to become the best versions of themselves every single day. I asked myself, how can I get to more people? How can we start really making a change in this world? Because I can't do it by myself. I love to be a light for all of you that follow me. I love to inspire all of you. But why can't we come together and do it together? I think it's super important that we do that. We're really just going to dig deep. And I'm still doing it every single day. I'm far from perfect. I am still growing, healing, and learning every single day. And I think that we need more people that do this together and not just somebody that has it all figured out and they have everything all put together. Instead, somebody that does this with you. So that's what we're going to do together. It's thunderstorming outside. So y'all are going to hear hella thunder. Okay. It is what it is. I love it. If you ever get any value from this or you love this, just make sure you like this, share this out, leave some comments, leave a review, post it on Instagram, tag me on Instagram, whatever you have to do, but let me know that you're getting value from this because my whole purpose is to bring you all the value that I can bring you. Now, this first episode is just going to be a little bit about me, why I do what I do now. Hi, my name is Whitney. If you have been following me for a while, you know my heart, you know my story, you know who I am. If you are new here, you probably have no idea who I am and you're like, who the heck is this girl? So we're going to get into that. So first, I want to start by saying I am 26 years old. I have 4 kids, 7, 5, 4, and 1. And let me just tell you, mothering is the hardest thing I've ever had to do. If you are a mom, I'm sure that you can completely understand that and agree with me. Mothering is hard. Being a mom, whether you're a stay-at-home mom, you're a working mom, whether you have 1 kid, 2 kids, 3 kids, 7 kids, 10 kids, it is not for the week. I want to create a safe place for my moms, everyone, but especially my mamas because I relate to you the most. Listen, we're going to get real and we're going to get raw here because again, we're creating a safe place and I think that's what we need to do. This isn't something I say out loud a lot, but sometimes I want to take motherhood off like a jacket. I just want to hang it on the coat hanger. I want to hang that jacket on the door. I want to take it off for just a day and everything be less stressful. And I think that a lot of us are scared to say that out loud because we are so scared that the world is going to think that we're a bad mom or we're going to be looked at differently. But if you don't ever feel that way at least once, are you really around your kids 24/7? Let's be real. This shit is hard, but it's worth it. It really is. There are some days where I feel like, you know what, I'm ready for my kids to be 18. I'm ready for them to be out of the house. And then there's days where I don't want them to grow up. We're going to dig deeper into that in a couple episodes down the road, so stay tuned for that, especially if you're a mom. I'm excited for this. We're going to be covering a lot of mindset things because I feel like there are a lot of people on this planet that really act happy. They act like they have it all together, but deep down inside, there's something missing. They're not fully happy. Whether that's financially, physically, mentally, spiritually, whatever it is, something is missing inside of every one of you because I don't think that you wake up truly happy. Now, if you do, that's awesome. I am so happy for you. That's great. But if you're not, if you feel like something is missing in your life, if you feel like you need one extra little push, one extra ounce of motivation, which we're going to get into motivation later this week. If you feel like you're in need of a change at all, even if it's a small change, you've come to the right place because that's what we're going to do together. I'm excited for this. I'm excited to see where we go. I'm excited to see where this journey takes us. We're going to be covering healthy relationships, motivation, discipline, mindset, success, mothering, sistering, daughtering, Whatever it is, we're going to be covering all of it. So here's the deal. I want each and every one of you to always leave me a question. Always ask a question, whatever you want to know about me, whatever you want to hear in this podcast, whatever you feel like you're struggling with in life. If you want to do a DM, that's fine. If you want to leave it in the comments, let's do that. Whatever you want to do, just let me know so that way I can cover it and we can talk about it. And again, we're doing this together. We're healing, learning, and growing together. So whatever questions you have, bring them to me. We'll get them answered. I have moved to Florida recently, just 2 months ago. I broke up with my fiance back in December. I lost my house. I lost my car. I lost everything. Now, the Whitney I was a year ago would have went into a complete depressive mode and completely drowned herself out from the world. She would have felt like she couldn't have survived because that's the type of person I was a year ago. My mindset was just not in the right place. You will hear me use the word mindset so much because it is so important, and I never understood the importance of mindset until recently in the situations in my life, and I've noticed a significant change in my life and my lifestyle and who I am as a person once I shifted my mindset. I shifted my mindset when I was losing all these things to it was happening for me and not to me. You'll also hear me say that a whole lot. That's like a motto to me. Life is happening for you, not to you. God and the universe were eliminating everything out of my life that were no longer serving a purpose to me. I needed to take a step back and let it do its thing. I needed for that to happen in order for me to grow into the person that I am becoming. And everything that you're going through, every trial, tribulation that you have ever went through or that you are going through right now is happening for you and not to you. Once you can understand that and grasp onto that and think about that every time that something goes wrong, I promise you, you will see a significant change in your life. So I shifted my mindset. I took that as an opportunity to grow into the most powerful version of myself that I could. And by doing that, I knew that I had to make some really big changes. If you don't know this about me, I've always wanted to be in Florida since I was a little girl. It is a happy place for me. I love the ocean. I love the water. I love the breeze. I love the sand. I just love everything about the ocean, and I felt like Florida was the biggest place that stuck out to me when I think about those things. I took it as an opportunity. I no longer had anything holding me back. I was like, okay, you know what? Everything's falling apart. Let's just pack it up and move to Florida. I packed my 4 babies up. We moved across country 14 hours away, which, by the way, I drove those 14 hours with all 4 of my kids by myself, and it was the most memorable thing I've ever done in my life. Because I was such a couch mom just a year ago, because I hated myself and everyone and everything, I never really built a connection with my kids. I'll be real with you. I never felt that genuine mom-child relationship. That may make you look at me a little differently. It has made me who I am today. So as we're driving these 14 hours, just me and my kids alone, guys, I was terrified. Number 1, I don't like traffic. Number 2, I don't like a lot of cars. Number 3, I had to deal with all of these kids by myself, and I've never done that because I've always had someone by my side helping me. I've had family or my fiance. I've always had someone by my side. So that 14 hours alone with all of them was kind of scary. I'm not gonna lie, but it made me a better mom. It made me a better person. And it really was not that bad. You'll hear me preach this all the time. Do things that scare the shit out of you. If it makes you feel uncomfortable, you should probably be doing it. The first step to growth is stepping out of your comfort zone. As long as you are comfortable and complacent with where you are right now, you will be there for the rest of your life. And I don't believe that a lot of you want to be stuck where you are for the rest of your life. If you were comfortable and complacent with where you are right now, and you're okay staying there for the rest of your life, I don't think that you would be listening to this podcast. I don't think that you would be following me on social media. I don't think you would be following my story as much as you do. I think that you believe there is something bigger inside of you. You are made for a bigger purpose. There is something powerful inside of you. You just can't figure out what it is yet, and you don't know how to take the first step. Step out of your comfort zone. Do things that scare the shit out of you. That is your first step. Listen, you guys, this podcast has been a long time coming. We've been talking about it for a while. It was like when I have everything set up and all my shit is together, then I'll start this podcast. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Show up messy. Show up not knowing what the hell you're doing. Just show up and start. It took me like an hour and a half trying to figure out this microphone, how to get it hooked up, how to get it on my phone, it was a whole thing, all right? Finally, I was just like, all right, you know what? We got to start. We'll edit it. We'll upload it. We'll figure it out. If it comes out trashy, it is what it is. We're going to practice this every single day until we got it down. So I need you guys to show up messy. I need you to show up not knowing what the heck you're doing. I just need you to show up. And not only do I need you to show up, but your kids need you to show up. You need to show up for yourself. Yourself deserves that. So y'all leave some opinions down in the comments. What do y'all want to talk about? What do you want to listen to? What do you want to hear? Where are you struggling? Leave your opinions down in the comments. Again, this is just our very first episode. I am so excited to start talking to you guys on a regular basis. Would you guys want this daily? Do y'all want this weekly? Again, we're in this together, so we're just trying to see what works best for you guys, when you would listen to this the most. Y'all always ask me questions. I love the questions. I love to connect with you guys as much as I possibly can. And I feel like through video or through podcasts is where you guys can connect with me and really hear my heart and hear my energy. With this being the first episode, it wasn't really too long. I don't want to make them too terribly long. I'm excited to see where this goes. And I am so excited to watch each and every one of you grow with me, heal with me, learn with me, and change your life with me. And thank you for allowing me to be a part of your story. Thank you for allowing me to inspire you every single day, because that's what ignites my soul. I firmly believe that I should be showing up as the person that I needed a year ago. I show y'all this picture because I don't know if a lot of you are new here or not, but this was me a year ago. Very miserable, very depressed, like I said earlier. I feel like that version of Whitney needed this version of Whitney really, really badly. And I feel like a lot of you are maybe stuck in that era of your life right now. Maybe you're just really going through it. Maybe you've just gone through it for a really long time. Maybe you're in this season of depression, of misery, but it's been longer than a season. Maybe you're begging for more, you're craving more, you're wanting more, but you don't know how to figure out how to get more. That's what we're going to do here. And I'm really excited to see how many lives we can change and how many lights we can bring into this world just by lighting one match. I love each and every one of you. I want to connect with each and every one of you. I want to know more about you as a person. I want to know more about your story. I want to know more about each and every one of you. Guys, my DMs are always open. There'll be a link in the bio. Make sure you guys are following me on all of my platforms if you're not already. This is day one. If you're ready to dig deep, grow, heal, learn, and figure your shit out, then let's do this together. I love you. Remember that you have every opportunity to change something about yourself or about your life that you don't like every second that you are breathing. You are in control of your emotions. You are in control of everything that's going on in your life, even if you don't feel like you are. You are in control. Daily Dose of Growth podcast with Whitney is up. We're running and we're changing lives.